Okay, so if we were going to give the listeners a Cancer season survival guide, what would you put in it?
A survival guide to get through the season?
Yep.
Okay. I think we touched on some already. Be aware of your emotions, but also be aware of the highs and lows of them and your moodiness, and just embrace that. Great time to start new projects. So survival guide 101. Is there something that you've been wanting to start, wanting to begin, but you've been putting it off? You've been, it's not the right time. This is the time. This is the time. Right around the beginning of when that new moon comes. Take it then and ride it into the rest of the year, right? Because we're also right at that 6th, 7th month mark, right? So, and depending on what new year you follow, but in the 12-month period, we're in that mark. So it's just a good time to like reflect on what has come to an end or what needs to come to an end, and then where are you going into the next 6 months.
Well, I think honoring your emotions without drowning in them is like an important distinction during this season. So honoring them and putting that into something creative, like creating something, art, play, like whatever it is, channeling those emotions in that way can be so healing. And of course, anything to do with water, right? Water magic, water rituals. But I think anything like going to the ocean, taking a bath, anything that you can literally cleanse yourself in that water is going to help support you during this season.
Agreed.
Plus, it's fucking hot.
I was
Go
just
play in
going
a
to say,
sprinkler.
yeah. Yeah. It's easy to incorporate water at this time of year because everyone needs a nice cool down.
Did you and Jeff talk about our proposal?
Yes. I think Jeff's exact words were, that sounds like a really boring summer.
Charlie and I have decided that we're doing a sober summer. And we're not like big drinkers to begin with. So we'll drink.
I'd love to say we're not big drinkers, but I feel like we love craft beer.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes us big drinkers, but we enjoy a beverage.
Yeah. So you guys are out on the sober summer with us?
I haven't fully committed either way.
I'm disappointed in you, Rach.
That's okay. My kids are disappointed in me all the time. Emily shames me all the time. It's always fun having kids around. So speaking of, we've touched on my daughters being Cancerians. Who else do you have down that are some famous Cancer folk?
I mean, I have a list here.
Yeah.
Do you have a list?
I do.
Okay. I would say let's start with the comedians that are on the list.
Okay.
Robin Williams.
I feel like Robin Williams, may he rest in spirit, he really was such a dynamic creature and his legacy just lives on. He is
Like so incredible.
Yeah.
Have you watched Mrs. Doubtfire with the kids?
Hello!
Hello! It was run by Fruity.
Yes. Yeah, no, for
no,
sure.
we haven't watched it with Evie yet.
What?
I know. I'm a terrible parent. It's going to happen
well,
soon.
Scratch that. You're not a terrible parent.
Thanks.
There's a lot of movies that have not been seen by you. So really, I think it's just a passed on genetic thing.
Yeah.
Honest to God, first Robin Williams movie, which is probably not the one that most children should see first, was Good Morning Vietnam. Have you ever watched that?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
That's a hard movie to watch.
Yeah.
Unbelievable movie, but fucking hard.
How old are you?
I want to say I was like 7 or 8.
Wow.
Way too young to be watching that movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, Robin Williams, what an incredible gift to the collective. Holy moly. Super gifted.
I mean, Will Ferrell too. They both have that duality of like having that sensitive side, but also being so funny and like just charged goofballs. Like
Will Ferrell.
Emotionally charged
I want
goofballs.
to meet Will Ferrell.
Did you see that he went to...
Oh, yeah. I already know what you're going to say.
Oh, what?
He went to a hockey game dressed as Buddy the Elf.
Yeah.
In character.
Yeah, it was so good.
He's done that on more than one occasion. He went to a Lakers game dressed as a security guard. And the security guards let him be dressed as a security guard. And then they did this whole act where Shaquille O'Neal found out about it at the game. And so they planned it where Will Ferrell went up and was kicking Shaquille O'Neal out of the Lakers game.
That's so good.
Like was walking him out, like forcing him out. He was just in Pittsburgh not too long ago. He was up at Arlecchino.
Unpopular opinion.
Oh, Ala Familia.
I'm not a fan of Beyonce. I said it.
Yeah, I'm like middle of the ground, right? Like I can appreciate her, right? I appreciate her artistic ability.
Right.
I think she's talented. I don't get the obsession.
Right.
But she's cool.
She cool.
I mean, but I think I also am like a old school Beyonce fan. I don't know about all of the new stuff. I also am in a season of life where I'm just like, you know what? Too much shit comes out and culturally changes too fast for me to even remotely keep track of it.
Truth.
I mean, I watched that middle school guy and I'm like, cool. Those are the new words. What?
Mm-hmm.
Those are gone now. There's now newer words. I feel like Beyonce's like that.
Yeah.
Nothing's ever constant. It's always
It's always
changing.
moving and changing, Rach.
Yes.